What is up, guys? I am the one and only Eagle Double T, and my plastic 1 pound BattleBot Jaeger has had a lot of success this last year. Most of you might recognize this bot from my previous videos where its name was Spinadium, but I was pretty much just sick of that name, and I renamed it to Jaeger, which in German means hunter, and Jaeger is also the name of the giant robots in Pacific Rim, which is one of my favorite movies, so it kind of made sense. Last time this bot fought, it was not able to defend its title as champion at my college's local competition, and I had to settle for second place after my electrical system died right at the last minute. So, needless to say, Jaeger was foaming at the mouth to get another first place title, and its first opportunity was at XtremeStem. Now, normally, the 1 pound plastic class at XtremeStem is just for high schoolers and middle schoolers. But we got in contact with them and we asked them to create a college bracket, which they did. So shout out to XtremeStem for being so catering to us. And since the addition of the college bracket was so last minute, the competing bots were pretty much just going to be bots from the club, which I was fine with. I was just looking to have some fun and hopefully bring home some hardware. A couple of the upgrades that I did to Jaeger since its last event in the spring was switch from the orange 2822s to the Repeat Robotics blue 2822s for the weapon motor. I've been kind of putting this off because the bolt pattern is much wider on the Repeat motor, which is good if you're going to direct mount a weapon, but I'm just belt driving it. So I kind of had to come up with an interesting pulley, which I'll show you a picture of now. It had to be a kind of a special two-piece pulley. And I'll include a segment at the end of this video talking about it because it's kind of interesting the way it goes together. So as you can see in the picture, the pulley, it's kind of hard to see, but the pulley is now a cogged pulley, which means that I'm using a FingerTech cogged belt for the weapon. This is something I've been putting off for a while just because I would have to kind of calculate the size of the belt and, get it to fit right and tension correctly and everything. The O-rings that I had been using for belts, I used 2 of them, and they never gave me any problems, but they expanded enough at high RPM to where I could see that there was potential for problems, and them kind of jumping off the pulley or getting caught in the blade and broken. And you'll see in this video, and the video that I'll make after this covering the other event, that those O-rings probably wouldn't have survived some of these fights. So this was definitely another really good upgrade. So here are some of the bots that are going to be competing. You can see my 2 bots up at the top. You better believe that I learned from that last event when my electrical system took a dump right at the very end. So I brought 2. I'm going to bring 2 everywhere from now on. Next to that is a ring spinner. Below that is a drum spinner. Next to it is a gyro walker. And then an undercutter. And then the one at the very bottom that's black is another bot that I'm currently developing. It is a new type of flipper. So I will make a video on that when the time is right, but right now I'm still trying to develop it. And this was more so just to show it off because it wasn't quite ready to fight yet. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and actually get into the fights now. My first fight was against a gyro walker that my friend had made from the club. This was a dense, well-made ABS bot. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous of the reach that this thing has. And just go ahead and take a look at how it went.
As you can see. And there goes one of them. Kind of a... Oh, tapping out. Trouble.
So as you can see, that fight went really well for me. I got his weapon off, and I didn't really take any damage. So this put me into my next fight against Bot Sweeper, which is my friend's bot that he made in one day, and it's actually his first bot he's ever made. So I was looking forward to fighting this. I did go ahead and put on the sharp blade that I have that's kind of in an angle, sort of like Tombstone's black blade. And I put this on to try and maybe make him hit the edge of the blade and deflect up in the air. And just go ahead and watch how that went.
2, 1, let's fight! rounds of this in the finals. Bot sweeper is on its side. And now it's not. Oh, bot sweeper lost the weapon. I think that happened last time if I remember correctly. Jaeger took out the bot sweeper. Just vacuumed it up. Sweeper, vacuum. Mover. Dice.
His wheel's
Jaeger
open.
versus bot sweeper. Jaeger
Talon, get away from the pit.
lost the weapon. I'm sorry, bot sweeper lost the weapon. Jaeger door opens up in 5 seconds.
He's baiting you.
Jaeger's holding strong. Interesting angle on the wheels. Holes open. Was that on Happy Gilmore, Jody? Oh!
So as you can see, that fight went really well for me. I was actually able to bend the 4 or 5 millimeter thick aluminum shaft that the weapon was connected to. And you can even see that my blade here actually didn't take too much damage. It actually held up pretty good, especially just for being regular PLA. So this ended my qualifier fights, and now this put me into the single elimination bracket, where coincidentally I was going to fight Bot Sweeper again, first round. So I put on my higher kinetic energy weapon, the one that I normally use, and put this one back, and go ahead and watch how that goes.
One, wait. Jaeger is the blocker and Bot Sweeper.
Oh my gosh.
Bot Sweeper lost his weapon again. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That was impressive.
You want to tap out?
Don't do
I think
it.
Bot Sweeper's done that every time. Giving the high school a little bit more time. We're going to run these 2 rounds, and then the high school's getting lined up, ready to go. There's no downtime. Bot Sweeper is...
Get away from that pit, Talon.
No, I'm not going to go into it.
You got 20 seconds-ish till the pit opens.
20 seconds to the hole.
I'm not taking it.
They're just waiting. Now they destroyed themselves. Hole's open.
You're upside down.
Now. Jaeger's upside down.
Hold your remote upside down.
Bot Sweeper's getting dangerously close. Charge it! Hit it! Oh. Push him in! He's right there!
You're up.
30 seconds left. Push him in! Push him in! Killing me.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Talon.
Oh! Another good win for me. He was having issues the whole event keeping his weapon on, so I was able to knock his weapon off and avoid going into the pit myself, which of course I was worried about with a bot like this that ricochets around a lot. My frame took the teeniest, tiniest little crack in it, so I went ahead and switched to the backup because this put me into the finals already, since it was a relatively small bracket. So I was fighting Python 317, which is a solid drum spinner. My best friend made this, so these bots are basically best friends and yet the most bitter of enemies. And of course, you know, we talk trash to each other all the time, so go ahead and watch how that went.
Go at it! Jaeger, Python! Python is taking the beating real quick. Jaeger is oh, Python seems to be falling apart. Python is having a rough time here at the start. Oh,
yes, sir.
Python's still whipping around half
30 seconds till the trapdoor.
Oh, I got a nice hit on Jaeger. Oh, Python's weapons out. Jaeger's still going.
10 seconds.
The holes are open for 10 seconds.
Stay away from the whole talon.
I want to yank my wheels off, so I really want to do that.
Here comes the hole opening. Python and Jaeger.
Oh!
Look at that. As soon as
So as you can see, that was about the best finale I could ask for to win first place. Great fight. I was able to yank his weapon out, and the second the pit went down, I was able to knock him in the pit. So overall, just a great final. So that gave me the first place finish, Python second place, and Bot Sweeper third place. And it was just overall a really fun event. I wish we could have fought more because the bracket was quite small, but I'm still very happy with this. And my bot performed really well. I really never took any damage, and it went about as well for me as it could have. So less than a week after this, we went to our local event. And if you thought these fights were pretty good, because up until this point, these were some of my best fights, but the fights at this next event were absolutely crazy. So I'll make a video about those after this and get that uploaded. It was just great to finally take home some hardware, because the local event at my college is there's not really a trophy. It's more so just bragging rights. So it was nice to finally win something tangible that I can actually take home. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the kind of the bonus footage here of how I made that pulley that I mentioned at the beginning, just for anyone curious. So if you want to keep watching, go ahead. But if not, I am the one and only Eagle Double T, signing off. Goodbye. So real quick, I just wanted to make a segment talking about how I made the pulley, because I've kind of struggled with finding a way to put a smaller pulley on these repeat motors due to the wide bolt pattern, and your pulley kind of needs to be, you know, bigger than the bolt pattern. So what I did was I made a two-piece pulley. So to begin, you would take two countersunk 2mm screws, and you would push them down through these two holes here. So the threads would be protruding up like this. Then you would put it onto the motor like that. You would put your bolts in, or your screws or whatever, and then you would, with the protruding threads right there, you would line up the holes and just push it together like that, line the square up, and then you would put your nuts on top, and then all of a sudden you have a one-piece pulley for the repeat motor with a smaller diameter.